Well, hey, welcome on in. It's a new episode. It's episode 3 of Estaticraft. I am, of course, Calendar Storm. Welcome on in. Let's kind of keep you up to date with what's going on. As you can kind of see, if you look back that way over my shoulder, we've been to the Nether. Now, you saw that in the last video. Yeah, there was stuff. There was a death. But I managed to come out unscathed. Got stuff. I have managed to find a cruiser forest and a warp forest. Turns out there was actually a warp forest near the fortress we were in. Who knew? Anyway, so I brought stuff back so we could get all of the different trees. And let me you can see the moss is expanding, continually growing. Let's bring you up to speed. I do apologize. I was gonna do time lapse on the treehouse, but I have been working on it from work, and recording flashback at work doesn't, because it's sporadic. I can't do it. So, yeah, I will bring you up today on how much I've done and some of the other things we've got going on here, and let's get into it, shall we? Boom, baby! Look at this. Oh, I have built. Now I did this on stream. I have built a bar. That's right, a bar, because we have a mod on the server. It is the brewery mod. And I'm trying to enunciate that enough so that you guys can hear it clearly. What this allows is that we can brew drinks like coffee and teas. Also, for those adults in the audience, beer and whiskey and rum, and so on and so forth. Then it gives some fun effects and all whatnots. But let me show you what's going on. Now, the reason I've got the berries is because berries are one of the ingredients you can put in. The reason for the glow berries, same thing. Now, we do have a moss farm over here and a pale moss farm, but I'm pretty sure I showed this off in the last video. So, yep, those are right there. I put the bar next to it. One thing I'm going to do, and I was kind of debating, and I think I want to do it on this side, is going to, well, we're going to get all this dug out, and I'm going to build a place for people to, park their horses. It's going to be a saloon, not just a bar. So if you come around here and you look at all this loveliness here, I ran dark slabs. Now, typically when I design this type of a bar, I put stairs in, and I got to looking at it. I was like, I just don't like that. So I fiddled with it on stream, and with suggestions from viewers, we went with spruce trapdoors for the seats. That way it looks like you can actually sit there and get your legs under the bar. Who would have thought, We've been trying out the new shelves. I love the new shelves. Got these. These are just for decoration. These, oh, hi, boink, boink. Let's try that again. These, if you don't know, and if you haven't tried this, or, if you've just been living under a rock, this is what the shelves look like backwards. So, yeah, let me show you this. If we come around here, I got to go a long way around because I don't feel like pricking myself on the bushes. I've got it covered up so you can't really see it from this side. Whoop. But if we use that lovely little standby free cam, and we just turn around, we look at myself, ain't not party. And it's kind of dark. Let's turn on the gamma, and there it is. See? That's the front side of the shelves. So yeah, that's what the back side of the shelves look like. We've got going on over there too. But I did make a lot of the shelves so that I could do this. Now what this is, as you saw on the bottom, it's wine. That's where the berry bushes come in. Because if you take 5, if I remember correctly, I believe, yeah. Or I'll show you guys in a minute because I'm trying to remember, and I'll show you guys in it. Now these, we've collected some empty barrels or some empty bottles because Marching came over, and we decided to test out some of the extra effects. And the problem with the shells is you can't just pull whatever's in your hand is going to get swapped. We decided to test the effects of this. And what that means is that we decided to, we got a little plowed, but it's like we started with the beers, and the beer is a very lightweight thing in this, so it's like you really didn't get much out of it. But we did drink all of the whiskey that I had made just to see if we got the effect. Now, we didn't get some of the effect I was expecting, but we did, and I'm sorry this is taking so long. The bottles got put back up as we were drinking them along. It did make me very wobbly, tipsy wobbly, all over the place, and I should have been recording while we were doing it. It would have made a fantastic outtake. I promise it, for a future video, I will do this. But I need to make more. All I've got right now is the wine. So I'm going to make more, and once we get all this decorated out, and I've got more sitting in a chest, because I do want to put, I want to come in, I've got a crafting table just because I want to come in and put a double chest on either side of this, simply for the purpose of storage, but I want to get the shelves full. Now the glowberries and the berries work the same way, but here, let's go back here. Got my little employees only door. And a little hallway here, so the bartender can get in this way. Not like what we did in jumping. Nobody saw that. Get a couple doors. I've been trying to keep texturing going on, so I've got a little granite mixed in with the brick, and we got a little corridor. I just kind of decked it out because I came back and we did it again. We did this all on stream. Came back here, I dug out this whole room, and we set it up. So allow me to explain. If you've never seen this mod before, let me explain what I've got going on here. First of all. We'll start over here. Now, first of all, a cauldron is a necessity. It has to be over a heat source. Now, this can be a campfire, it can be lava, or I think there's another option, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I went with a campfire for the effect of having the smoke rise up. You need the brewing stands for distilling the drinks. Some drinks do require being distilled. Stream suggested we do this, so we ran stairs all around and made a little infinite water source. We've got 3 buckets up here in case we need them. And basically, because one of these, if you know, will fill 3 glass bottles. What that means is that I can make 3 drinks out of 1 cauldron. And I will show you guys something here. Now, unfortunately, I have a whole bunch of failed drinks. Okay, so you see what happened was I took the berries, and I'm going to get this book out so I can explain what's going on. Book of Brewery, by the way. I took the berries and the glowberries, and I made, it's 5 cauldrons, so I made 15 of each, right? Okay. My plan was, because these both have 10-hour aging times. That's real time. That's not Minecraft, by the way. That is real time. 10-hour aging times. My plan was to get up early before I went to work, throw them all in barrels, because let me show you this. If I look in here, here's your recipes, right? I wanted to do the glow wine, and I wanted to do the wine. Now, the wine takes 5 sweet berries. 5 times 5, or, yeah, 5 times 5, 25 berries all together to do this. It takes 5 minutes in the cauldron. Now, I will demonstrate this because we're going to try this with the glowberries here in just a second. Again, we're going to try it with something else. Something that maybe has a little bit less aging time. But here, look at this. Any barrel aged for 30 Minecraft days, which is 10 hours of real time. That's, okay, so I did that with the wine, and I wanted to do it with the glow wine. See, same thing, except this time it's glowberries. And it said age for 30 Minecraft days, any barrel. All right, so I prepped them all up. These are all now worthless, by the way, like absolutely effectively worthless. I got on early that morning. This was yesterday by chance. I opened up the barrel. So yeah, you build the barrels. I forgot to explain this part. I'm sorry. You build the barrels. You have to leave an empty space inside as part of it, right? The whiteness, that comes from actually accomplishing what you're building. But so it's basically, there it is. For some reason, that white bit, that's after you actually turn this into a barrel. Otherwise, it's just stairs, planks, and then there's a recipe. These are not tripwire hooks. There's a recipe for a spigot. It takes a stick, a plank, and a stone, and then you make a spigot. Once you put it on there, this becomes an active barrel. And then you can right click, you put drinks in, and you let them age until they're done. And when you hover over one, it will show you, this doesn't obviously, but it'll show you how many stars. That, as long as it's, sorry about that. Okay, so as long as it's aging, the stars will increase. And when you hit the right, and it tells you how long it's been aging. So you can track it. In case you forget, you can come back and go, okay, how am I doing on this one? But it does, you can overdo it. But here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. I had them all sitting in this chest, right? All the they weren't failed. I had the glow wine ready to go, and I had the wine ready to go. I got up, I threw all the one. I don't remember which is which. I honestly don't. I threw all of one into this barrel, and I threw. Now I made all of these the night before. That's got to be clear right in the front. I made all of these the night before. I threw the glow wine into one. I threw the wine into the other. The moment I put the glow wine in, it said failed drink. One of two things has happened here. Either I let it sit too long before putting it in the barrel. I didn't have this problem with the wine. The wine went in it, and when I got home from work, it had been 10 hours. I pulled it out. It's hanging out in the bar. Either I waited too long, or glowberries cannot be in any barrel. And the only way to test that, which is what we're going to do here in just a second, is I'm going to make 2 batches of the glowberry wine, 6 bottles altogether, and we're going to put 1 in each barrel, and we're going to test. And if I throw it in a barrel and it comes up immediately failed, we know we can't use that barrel. So we are going to do this experiment together, my friends. We are going to do this together, but I'm going to go get rid of these failed drinks. Now, here's the thing. I can drink them, and it will give me hunger and something else. Here, let me, here. It didn't finish, sorry. Okay, so that gives weakness, nausea, slowness 2, and hunger. Oh, I did get I got the bottle back. The last time I tried this, I didn't get the bottles back. Interesting. So, okay, I could sit here and do this. It takes forever. And I would recoup my bottles. Okay, that's good to know. See, this is kind of what you get when you drink the drinks. It does this. And I read somewhere that if you drink it to the point that, because you do get darkness the more you drink, if you drink it to the point that you basically black out and you sign off and can't come back later, there's a chance you might be teleported like 100 blocks away somewhere else. I have not tested that at all, my friends. I really have not. Here, take the rest. Hey, I said take the rest. You didn't want to do it. Okay. And all right, so we got some back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are going to test this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we're going to do a little science right now because I want to know, is it because I waited too long to put these in the barrel, or is it because they actually can't be any barrel like it says they can? See, 5 minutes. So this won't take long. 30 Minecraft days, but again, it's just any barrel. But obviously it didn't work because I didn't have any glow wine. So, one more thing we need. We do need a stick. All right. Let me turn this off so that it's not messing with my schematic of the treehouse out there. Now, the way this works, once you got the heater on the bottle, you take your berries, you toss them in, and you click the barrel. Or click the cauldron. And as you see, a timer kicks on. So it's easy to track. It really is. So we can say here, the timer will run out as soon as it hits 5 minutes. You ding, 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 pull all the drinks out. That's why we have the water sources to reflood. Now, as you can see, this one does not require any distilling. It will tell you, by the way. So if I was going to make, say, cherry tea, this is just 1 cherry leaf for 5 minutes. Nothing else. You don't have to do anything else. No barrel aging, no distilling. I think... is it the mead? No. I'm trying to remember which one actually requires distilling. It's not the wheat beer. Is it vodka? Okay. So vodka, 8 potatoes, 1 Minecraft day cooking in the cauldron. I mean... So not 5 minutes, 1 Minecraft day. It requires distillation, but it doesn't say, but there's no aging. So I don't know. I mean, my question, I guess, is how long is a Minecraft day in real time? I mean, that would be the question, right? So, all right. So distilling, basically, it's a brewing stand. You put some place powder in for power, and you set the drinks on it, and you let it run through its process once. I saw somewhere that some of them would require more than once. I have yet to see anything in the book. Now, the book is a craftable item. Okay. You take a normal book. And you set a glass bottle with it, and you get the book of brewing. All right, so at full Minecraft day-night cycle lasts exact. It's 20 minutes real time. Okay, so 20 minutes. That's not too bad. 30 Minecraft days extending into 10 real-time hours. That's a bit much. You notice I used some nice copper lanterns. I'm really trying to remember to use the new materials. I really am. I just set up a table and stuck a chest on it for supplies. I mean, I could have just put the chest there, but I don't know. I had this little space left over. I'm like, we're going to need a water source. What else can we do? And that's what we did. So yeah, now, yeah, all this stuff is in my inventory because I was working on the, there. I was working on the treehouse. I'm going to free cam real fast. We'll go look at that while we're waiting on the timer. So let me show you where I'm at. The leaves are done. Okay, and that's part of it. Like I said, I spent a lot of time at work trying to get the leaves done. I wanted to have it done. I wanted to get the house done so we can move on to bigger and better projects and some other things. I said before that I wanted to go down from here into the tree, but I think not. I think what we're going to do, rather than get that all complicated, is right here. We can either do this secretly or publicly. Either way, it would work. That bush did not grow at all. Interesting. Or I could just set some doors and we could make it like a tree doorway. And then we could just punch in through here and we'd have space to do some stuff. But yeah, I think I'm just going to come in here under the ramp rather than try to come. Yeah. Let's as I was telling my students all the time, we're going to work smarter, not harder. Okay, it's just time checking. We're almost there. Like I said, it really doesn't take long. The island is coming along. I am loving Voxy, by the way. If you're wondering about the render distance, that is Voxy mod. It remembers everywhere you've been. And the nice thing is you can actually free cam all the way to somewhere where you've been and look at it. And it will show you. So one thing I did do, we're down to seconds here. I traveled to, what is this? I don't know what that is. I'll have to go outside to do it. But I traveled to where I'm going to be building the mega build to get it on the map. I wanted to look around, make sure everything was good the way I expected it to be. It's fantastic. I set up a nether portal there because I was hoping for a better spawn. Our spawn here, as you saw in the last video, is terrible. Well, the island's actually close enough. I could see the fortress from my new portal. That was how I discovered that I had that there was a warp forest. All right, we got to go. Ready? Let's just do this. Boom, boom, boom. And this one's just a few seconds behind, which is nice. When I did this before, I was liking that because, so yeah, we got ingredient mixture, 5 times glow berries. All right. So I went one and I went down the line and all the timers. So it was really easy to go, all right, we're good. And tick, bop, 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 tick, bop, 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 tick, bop. So nice. So if you're going to do this and work with this mod, run them in a line. It makes it so nice. First time I ever did this, I had one cauldron and like 3 barrels. Okay, time for the science. We are going to science this. For science, I say, yeah, let's go. All right. We're going to try this. All right. And boom. Okay. Doesn't say failed. All right. Doesn't say failed. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So this is answering my question. I can't let these sit. What time is it? I don't know. What time is it right now? All right. 10 hours? Oof. But you can take them out. All right, so it is any barrel. But I couldn't just let them sit overnight. But I'm sorry, Minecraft. Refrigeration is not a thing. It's not. What? No. What this means is that next time I want to do something that takes hours upon hours of aging, I need to make it right before I put it in, rather than the night before to get ready. Huh. This is so sad. Oh, all right. I'm just thinking hours. I'm not gonna. But I can't. But I can't see who's on it. All right. I'm putting them all in. They're in the brute. They're in this one. I'm gonna pull them before I go to bed. They won't be fully aged, but it's better than having another round of failed drinks. And then at least we'll have 6 of those. All right. Let's move on. Let me look at this one more time real fast. See, so there's rum, 18 sugar, and 16 days. Not so bad. It requires distillation. So you age it and then distill it. But yeah, if you back this up, distillation with brewing stand. Some brews might require to be stilled before being drinkable. To do so, you can use brewing stand powered by blaze powder, but without any ingredient items. You put the brews in the potion slots and wait. Not difficult. And they even give you a layout to how to build the barrels. They just don't tell you the spigot as a recipe. I'm going to show you guys that in a second. To start aging, put prepare mixture into correct type of barrel and wait for it to age, which can take a while. Just don't keep it for too long, as quality might fall. Oh. So I wonder if that counts for after too? Drop recording ingredients in cauldron water. Yeah, we did that. I demonstrated that. Huh. Does that mean I need to go check that wine? Because I pulled that yesterday. Or once it's because... And the main reason I'm asking that is because when Marching and I tried these out, I didn't get the really desired effect. So is this something that has to be like fresh all the time? It says... Yeah, see, I let it age for 34.97 MC days. 5-star wine. All right, we're gonna quality test one drink. Oh, we got regeneration off the wine. Oh, now that's nice. That's cool. All right, learn something new about that one. All right, we'll put the empty back for now. Okay, so that's where we're at with that. But yeah, I want to do this. We're gonna do a little bit of work on this today. Basically, do that. I also need a proper. If I'm gonna put the stable here for the horses, I can't really have the berries right here. It doesn't work very well. So we're gonna go pop. Gotta let it. Ow! Meanie. All right. So now this was one of my chatters said, "Hey, why don't you just put berry bushes everywhere for people to run into?" I did. I'm the only one running into them. So yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, so I showed you guys that. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to include in this video? I guess that's the main question. I really wasn't planning on this being that long of a video. It's more of a touch-up. I wanted to show you what was going on here. I've been making bone meal. So yeah, we are going to do a little bit of that right now in just a minute here. There is a hole in the ground right there, but we're going to fix that up. Oh, there's one more thing I did progress-wise. I got to show you guys real quick. Something I did in between. So one thing I got going on is I got this whole stairway down into this drop, and this drop leads me into, boop, turn this on so you guys can see, a very big cave. And basically, I've just been surface mining. If I can see an ore, I go dig it. Can you dig it? Yes, we can. Now you can see where the the biome ends because we have mobs over there, but not over here. So I've been going this direction and just doing some diggy to get some stuff. Somewhere I actually started a kind of a diggy tunnel, but going away from the island, so I wasn't going under it. But so I was like, you know what? If we're gonna do the brewery mod, we're really gonna get into this. We're going to need sugar. So on stream, this is on my last stream, by the way, I built a sugarcane farm and a bamboo farm, fully automatic. As you can see, it's almost completely lossless. Bamboo's, because bamboo stuff can float on top of bamboo, that's a thing. Sugarcane is lossless. Let me give you the quick tour. So basically, this is a very simple farm. I've got mud because you know how mud reacts to things landing on it. Row of pistons, row of observers. The next time when I build this farm over at the mega base, there's only going to be one observer. And all the pistons will get triggered off that one because they all go off anyway. So there's really no point in having an observer over every piston. I realized that when I built this, and I'm like, you know what? And there went the bamboo. We're going to set this so that only one of them is the timer, and the rest of it will just grow. That way. Wow, really? That grew. See, like, yeah, so bamboo can do that, which makes it so bamboo can be a little bit of a loss. We've got collection down here. I mean, high. And sugarcane obviously doesn't grow as fast. And you might be wondering, well, how is this working? We can kind of see some movement going on back there. One of the things I did, oops, here we go. So nice little slant hill here, and one on the other side. It's mirrored on both sides. We've got mine carts with hoppers in them, rolling back and forth. They're doing the pickups. And we had a little bit of an interesting time back here trying to make this work the way I wanted it to. And the way you can see what I ended up with, bringing it up here and just kind of circling around. I stuck a slab right there for the minecart to roll under. We did have to extend it a little bit because it needs space to get flattened down first. And then it just drops and pops just drops off into the hopper, and away it goes. When I do the one on the out of the mega base, I want to figure out how to set it up so that the minecart will stop on the hopper, drop everything, and then once it's empty, take back off. And then it only leaves this hopper once it's empty. It's got to be possible. I'm presuming people have done this before. It's got to be possible. I'm going to work on it. I want to learn how to do it by myself. I really do. If I do have a question, my question, I recently joined a Discord of a very famous redstoner, and I'm not going to name drop, but if I got a question, you can believe me, I will be asking it in there, going, hi, this is what I'm trying to do. Does anybody know? There's a lot of people in there. So yeah, that is where we're at on that. We got a couple of farms, and it's nighttime. Of course it's nighttime. It's always nighttime. It feels like it anyway. Oh yeah, and I'm also the only one on the server, so there was no point in me saying, hey, by the way, I'm recording. That woman was on, but had to go. That was a while ago, though. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I did manage to find a jungle. And remember last video I told you to ignore that star? Well, what was that? I mean, I got a cat. When I went out to the island, I know I got distracted. So Mrs. Cal and I now have a pair of kitties. We have a brand new pair of kittens. One of them we have named Wednesday. They're both voids. When I came across this cat out of the main island, I tamed it and brought it home and named it Wednesday after our kitten. I do plan on getting another one and naming it Toothless after our other kitten. So yes, this is a thing. And I'm just pulling all these berry bushes. All right. So anyway, remember what I said to ignore that? Well, I did a thing, and now that I'm... What? Oh, I'm under the tree. I'm like, what the hell is going on with my map? I'm under the tree. Better? No. What in the world? Why is my map being weird? I'm not under the tree anymore. Why are you being weird? I am so confused. I miss Zero's map. I may go back to it because Journey makes my head scratch at the way it behaves sometimes. It really does. So anyway, I went all the way out there. I was going to show you the map, but the map's looking at me funny going, no, you're not allowed to do that right now. I went all the way out there. I collected mangrove. I have the propagules. I have been growing them. I grew them for the leaves, to be honest. Those are all mangrove leaves. I was like, what kind of leaf do I want to do? And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I've already changed the material of the trunk to pale oak and dark oak. I love the way it looks, by the way. Hopefully you do. Let me know what you think about that. But I went ahead and used the mangrove leaves for the change just to make it look bushy. And as we already showed you once before, I haven't quite gotten there yet. I'm working on the rest of the house. And it's kind of become, finishing this has become I'm bored at work kind of a thing to do. Yeah, it's just been kind of thing. So I went all the way out there and I collected mangrove, and my map is just, why is my map so weird? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the little screen in the bottom corner there. I don't understand. I don't want to show. Oh, there we go. Somehow that got clicked. There we go. So yeah, I traveled. I boated, by the way. I went all the way up and around here, and I actually ended up going. Where was it? I'm trying to remember my path. Okay, I came. I don't know why it's dark because I came through here and I went and I traveled. So yeah, like this is a jungle. I stopped, picked up some jungle logs, some saplings, and some cocoa beans because that's actually a thing. There is a recipe in brewery that requires cocoa beans. There's a coffee drink which I'm very excited to try out, but I'm gonna have to do some more item collecting. Travel all the way down, gathered 3 stacks of mud and a bunch of propagules. Didn't worry about chopping down trees, and then I sailed back through here, and I actually ended up coming across a nether portal here that I lit up, and it put me in a crimson forest. So I was able to collect some crimson nylium there. The funny thing was, is I sailed by it. I didn't have the obsidian, and I ended up back at the village that Crypt Marching and I had found. And once I did that, I dropped off some stuff. I then went back and lit the portal to check it out. I know I squirreled it. I know I did. So on the map, I traveled down here. See, the island's not that far away. I remember when I was looking for where I was going to build, it seemed like it was really far away, but it really isn't. So the plan is to use this island. Now I do have something in mind. I was thinking in the center of the island, but now I'm thinking the highest point of the island, which might be up here. I have another portal here already. This is going to be Nether Portal Island. You'll see why as we progress. And then this will be Farm Island, and we'll do some stuff there. There will be bridges. There will be a bridge going across over here to the villagers. We're going to do the thing. And yeah, and there's powdered snow up in these hills. I found that out the hard way. Got another tiny, so we're going to be able to steal some more cherry trees. I like that. Excuse me. But yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, not sure how that button got clicked, but anyways, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, guys, this is where we're at right now on Estaticraft. I know we didn't really get any work done, but I really want to show you guys this. So next time, on the next video, we're going to work. I'm going to get the area prepped, and we'll build the saloon, the horse area for the saloon. We're going to possibly replace some of the moss with dirt so that we can do a path. I'd love to hear some ideas. Also, would love to hear what you think about this. I love that the wine gives regeneration, but I wonder if it doesn't lose alcoholic effect if not drank immediately. That could be a problem for customers because nobody's going to want to sit around for 10 hours while I age their wine. No, this could be bad. I may suggest programming. We'll see. But yeah, this is where we're at. So next time we'll be working on this, and I'm going to try to record a little bit as I go along this week. Try to record while I'm doing stuff during streams, and try to all include it into a new video next week. But I wanted to go ahead and get one out this week. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna call it for today. Y'all guys are amazing. Boop. It would just turn that stuff off right now. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. I know it's not super exciting stuff, but you know. I was kind of hoping, I'm recording this on a Saturday. I was hoping for some collabo, but nobody's around. But it's all right. Next time, we'll do the things. All right, guys, stay safe. If you like the video, well, you know the drill. It would help out the stats if you could, click that little thumbs up button here. If you didn't like it, well, I'm sorry. I didn't nothing to do about that. Oh, too much fun. All right, and if you want to subscribe and keep up with these videos, I think you know where that button is. It's right down there, right? Something like that. Yeah, it's right down there. All right. No, seriously, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be nice if you did. All right, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go work on some stuff. The missus and I are going dancing, so yay! And I'll see you next time. By the way, look me up on Twitch. streaming 3 days a week right now from this server. So come check it out. And and if you like repo, check Tuesdays out. Just saying. All right. I'll see you guys next time.